Hey guys, we'll be back into this new video tutorial with OSP Pro. Now in this video today we are going to learn something that is very important for any of you guys who is using an operating system, who is using Windows, and knows that at the point he has to happen to put in a software and the machine, or the point of putting up the software, he needs or she needs something called the bootable device. Now in simple term, we have a flash. I have my flash of 8 GB flash, because actually at least you should have a flash of 8 GB and above to be in position to access to put the Windows, because there's one for 4 GB which is not enough compared to the size of the Windows we have. Apart from we know what Microsoft have just done for Windows 10, which they have updated and weighing just like 800 MB. Now we guys who are still using the old version of Windows, which is still okay, make sure at least let's learn how to make turning the flash into a bootable device. Now this, it's going to save you time from any of the maybe the stuff you may need, like I give assumption installing up softwares in your computer so that you can be in position to put Windows. As long as you have a copy of Windows, you'll be in position actually to install your Windows in any other of computers using these methods we are going to use at the moment. Now this method is going to favor those guys who are using batch programming, or guys who have ever tried batch programming, batch hacking techniques. Let's see how we can do this together. So like I've said, I have my flash of 8 GB. I'm just going to be in position to fix into my port, and then we'll see how we can get started. Now we're going to first do one on us turning this flash into bootable, then we shall be in position to insert in our Windows. Now I'm going to use in this video, I'm going to use Windows 8 because of the size, so that we can save time. Now I'm just trying to fix my flash into my port of the PC. So I'm going to use bash to come up with what we're going to be doing. So I'm just going to come up here and to use bash for my program. So this is it. This is it here. So I'm just going to pop up something like that. So let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is to talk to the PC to turn this into the diskpart. So I'm going to simply say diskpart. By the way, in most cases people advise you to turn into you have to go to here, you look for CMD, and then you run as an administrator, run as admin, running it as admin, click it, run as admin. It is okay, it can work, but you can also go straight here. When you click on here, enter, it's going to ask me as an admin. It's going to ask me to add as an admin, so I'll just click here, which then I'll be in position to run it as an admin. Now I think you guys can see I'm now done, and I can run this stuff as an admin. So that's it. So that implies in a simple term, at the moment I'm reading this part, and I can run the stuff as admin. So what we're going to do at the moment, we're just going to list up all the disks we have on this computer. List disk, and if you try to cross check, we have 2 disks left so far. I have one for 500 GB, which actually given us 465 GB, and one for 7,300 or 7 approximately 8 GB of our flash. Don't forget that. So what I'm going to do at the moment, we're just going to try to say select the disk we are going to use, which in this case select disk, and our disk number is 1 because that's the name of the disk we have. We have only 2 disks in our computer. So when I happen to hit enter, that disk so far is selected. That implies at the moment, if I just try to go back to that disk, we shall not be in position, if possible, maybe even to access the disk. So if I just come back here, I take it back here. This is the disk which you are trying to turn into bootable. So I'm going to just go back here, and then I try to give some free stuffs by cleaning up that disk. When I click clean disk, the disk is now cleaned. I think you can see now. Now this is what I was trying to say. We shall no longer be in position to access the disk. Now maybe on the other way around, as you're cleaning the disk, or as you're done with cleaning the disk, there's something that you guys have to put in mind. One, whenever you're cleaning up the disk is going to be turned into certain kind of format or version. There are 3 types of versions in which the disk may be turned to. One is the default one, which is FAT32-bit or FAT32. FAT32 is always one we use to whenever you're going to change up Windows in a given computer, and you're going to use a bootable device or a flash. 2, there's something called exFAT, EX/FAT, or EXFAT. It's also another format. Then there's something called NTFS FAT, we use NTFS-FAT whenever the flash for sure has failed to format for you. Expect you guys who like using different operating system and then you still want to run it on Windows. It is a good practice actually to use NTFS-FAT, which will then help you to format the entire disk, to format the entire the entire flash, Then you'll be in position to access or do what you want. Now, for this case, we are using FT. Actually, we are using FAT 32, which even we shall be using in this case around to turn our flash into a bootable device. Then we shall be in position to start in our Windows. Now let's just go back in. We are done with the cleaning, so the next thing we are going to move at the moment is to activate that part of the window, the part of the disk that you have selected. So I'm just going to say create partition primary. So we are going to create that partition primary, and I think right now that partition is ready, so far taken as our initiative at the moment. So I'm going to say select we don't select now because I've already created the partition primary. I just need to activate that partition. So when I happen to CMD activate the partition, that partition now is going to be selected as the most activated one. So then I'm going to talk about the format. The format which is going to be FS equals to FAT 32, which is going to be now FAT 32. Like I've said, the FAT is like the format in which how the stuff is going to be, formatted. The disk and then ready to be in position to take the windows that we are going to be setting up in our computer. Then I'm going to just use something called quick, so that it can do for us the entire process. So when I hit enter, is now processing the format. So I think now, as you can see, the stuff is down. Our flash is ready. It's now ready to, you can use it anywhere. Now this is the most important stuff. The steps I've taken up. There's not a lot of codes. There's not a lot of codes. Otherwise, you guys who like programming, you could come in and then you pass through this and you learn how to create up your own batch file, which can be storing up these codes. Now let me just go back here on this stuff of ours, the flash. Now if you check the flash here, this is what we have. We have our flash and just ready to put the windows. So I'm just going to go back here and pick the windows that we are going to use for this video. So I'm going to use window 30. I'm going to use window 8 for this demonstration. Let's use window 8. I have window 8 here. So now don't take this window as, because read in Power ISO, the format in which it is. It will not allow for you to be inserted on the stuff. Okay? So the point is that you have to open up this window. So I'm just going to right click and open it with Window Explorer if possible. So when I open up with Window Explorer, it's going to give me all the entire windows. So the next thing what I'm going to do, I'm just going to copy this window, copy it, and then you go and put in the flash. Okay? So now at the moment, my friends, the windows are now loading up. So we are now loading up our windows. Okay? So that's like the process, that's the method in which you can always use to turn your flash into bootable. There's no software needed. You don't need a lot of tricks or a lot of stuff. I hope you guys find this video interesting. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. And then some of you guys may also want to come and learn batch programming. It's also an open source kind of stuff, so you can also come in and then you get to know how you can do it. So I think if this video is going to help you, if that's change your life, then you guys make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, Always People, and then also comment down below on our channel. So guys, waiting to hear from you. Thank you.